My name is Alex. We're doing 45 minutes of a power flow yoga class. You don't need anything, just your mat and your body, maybe some water close by. So when you're ready, we're going to get started in a child's pose. So come on over to your mat. Bring your big toes to touch and your knees wide. Go ahead and walk your arms out in front and let your forehead rest on your mat. Take some deep breaths. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Right away connect to your Ujjayi breath. Scan your body from head to toe. Notice how your body feels. Notice without judgment, no need to change or shift. Just notice. Throughout class, I'll be giving lots of different options and variations. Make sure you choose what's best for you in this moment. Bring in any movements that feel comfortable. Maybe you want to wag your hips from side to side. Maybe you want to shake your head no, or walk your hands over to the left or to the right, whatever feels comfortable for you. Release any tension in your jaw. Maybe walk your fingers a little farther forward, away from your shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, tabletop position. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Inhale, cow pose. Energetically pull your wrists towards your knees as you stretch your chest forward, slide your shoulders down your back. Exhale, cat pose. Curve and round. Pull your belly button in. Press your hands into your mat. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. Look up. Exhale, cat pose. Curve and round. Shake your head yes and no. Good. This time, inhale, tuck your toes. Look up. Exhale, hover cat. Pull your navel in around your spine. Energize your knees towards your wrists as you press your hands into your mat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, hover cat. Curve and round. Scoop your lower abdominals in. Keep your knees as close to your mat as possible. Pull your knees towards your wrists. Once more, inhale, cow pose. And exhale, hover cat around your spine. Hold here and breathe for 4. Pull your navel in. 3. Push your knees towards your wrist. 2. And 1. Slowly lower down. Keep your toes tucked. You're going to press your tailbone back as if you're in cow pose. And walk your hands forward. Let your chest fall down towards your mat for puppy pose. Sometimes people like to let their chin rest and look forward. You can also let your forehead rest. Push your tailbone up as you walk your hands as far forward as you can. Good. Stretch your tailbone long behind you. One more inhale. And then exhale, tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose. Keep your toes tucked. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lead with your tailbone up and back and let your head drop down. Good. Pull your lower abdominals in. Shake your head yes and no. If you want to bend your knees one at a time, you can. Good. Hold it there. Shirt is a little too baggy for class today. Good. And then inhale, cow pose. Shift forward, lift your toes up. Exhale, puppy pose. Walk your hands forward, drop your head down. Inhale, cow pose. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lead with your tailbone. Let your head drop down. Good. Twice more like that. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your knees down. Look up. Exhale, puppy pose. Walk your arms forward. Inhale, cow pose. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. If you want to bend your knees one at a time, or maybe even take a little step backwards to lengthen your down dog. Your down dog should be the length of your plank pose. So if you shift forward and plank and then press back, should be Hands and feet stay exactly where they are. Good. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, slowly walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Let your head relax, let your arms dangle like empty coat sleeves. Lift your tailbone up as you drop your chest. Good. If you'd rather interlace your fingers for chest expansion, you can. You can also hold on to the outsides of your elbows, maybe get a gentle sway from side to side. Good. Relax your head. Good. Inhale, bend your knees, look at your belly button, and exhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice and smooth and controlled. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms high. Exhale, Samastitihi, bring your hands to heart center, close your eyes. Press your palms together, let your thumbs rest on your breastbone. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice. We'll be working on a lot of chest and heart openers today, so I offer you the intention to dedicate your practice to someone. Allow your heart to open and send some love and positive energy towards someone else. We'll seal our intention and dedication with a breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly blink your eyes open. Inhale, mountain pose, lift high. Exhale, baby back bend. Scoop your tailbone under. Reach your chest up as you reach your tailbone, as you scoop your tailbone under. Inhale, mountain pose. We'll do that once more. Exhale, baby back bend. Cactus your arms. Lift your chest as you reach back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Lift your tailbone as you drop your head low. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands to your shins or your thighs. Reach your chest forward. Slide your shoulders down your back as your navel pulls in towards your spine. Inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Press your hands down. Step your feet back. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward. Exhale, lower your stomach all the way down. Hug your elbows in. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra pose with spider arms. So tense your fingertips up onto the outside of your mat. Scoop your tailbone under, slide your shoulders down your back. Reach your chest forward. Good. Inhale. Exhale, twist your left shoulder down. Look towards your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist your right shoulder down. Look towards your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your hips or reach your hips up and back. Relax your head. Inhale, bend both knees, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. We'll go through that once more. Breath to movement to create a little bit more heat in our bodies. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release your head. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms high. Exhale, baby back bend, scoop your tailbone under, lift up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, lift your tailbone, drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose, press your hands down, step your feet back. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward. Exhale, hug your elbows in as you slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose with spider arms, lift your chest forward. Exhale, twist your left shoulder down, look to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Good. This time, inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, walk, step, or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch and spread your toes nice and wide. Inhale, chair pose, sink your butt down and reach your arms high. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Pause here and breathe. Scoop your tailbone under, so pull your ribs and your hips towards one another. Soften your shoulders down your back. Take a peek down at your toes. Make sure you can still see all of your toes. If your knees come too far forward, you want to push your hips a little farther back behind you. Good. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to your right. Bring your right arm back behind you. Take your gaze over to your right and look, and draw your shoulders down your back. Inhale, center, reach your arms high. Exhale, twist to your left. Pull your left shoulder down your back. Make sure knees and hips continue to point forward. Pull your fingers nice and wide. Inhale, chair pose, reach high. Exhale, forward fold, straighten out your legs, let your head relax. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. Press your hands down, step your feet back. Listen for the change. Inhale, I keep wanting to say mountain pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Hug your elbows in. Lower your chest off of your mat. If you want to lower your knees down, you can. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pause here and breathe. Pinch your shoulders together. Make sure there's only 4 points of contact. 2 on your hands and 2 on your feet. Lift your knees and thighs off of your mat. Pinch your shoulders together and reach your chest forward to find length in your spine. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Hold here and breathe. Energize your arms in towards one another. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Pause and breathe. Drop your right hip down. Squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings to lift your heel higher. Pull your ribs and hips towards one another. Make sure weight is even over both hands. Inhale. Exhale, pull your right knee to your right elbow. Hold and breathe. Keep your shoulders stacked over your wrists. Really use your obliques to try and pull your knee all the way to your elbow. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee towards your chest and step through. Reach your right hip straight back behind you. Pull your thighs apart from one another and reach your chest forward. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your arms high. Pause and breathe. Soften your shoulders down your back. Again, scoop your ribs underneath as you push your left heel straight back behind you. Good. Pause and breathe. I'm going to switch sides. Stay where you are. Good. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to your right. Bring your right arm behind you, your left arm forward. Soften your shoulders. Pull your lower abdominals in. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Soften your shoulders down. Pull your thigh bones apart from one another and take your gaze over your right fingers. Good. Inhale, reverse triangle. Press into both legs and reach up and back. Soften down in your shoulders. Try not to push your tailbone back behind you. Lift the front of your hips up as you drop your tailbone down. Have a gentle touch of your left hand on your left leg as you stretch your ribs away from your hips. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Soften your right knee, as you lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. Now your fingertips can be on your mat. You can also bring your elbow to your knee, or if you have a block, you can place your hand on your block. Press your hips forward in space. Open and roll your left hip and your left shoulder on top of your right hip and right shoulder. So careful, there's not an internal rotation here. You want to open up. Good. Squeeze your lower abdominals and press your hips farther forward in space. Inhale, reverse warrior. Press your front knee forward and reach up and back. Soften in your shoulders. Open up your left arm all the way back behind you. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose. You're going to cartwheel your hands down and step your left toes forward. So all 10 toes point forward. Press your fingertips down to your mat. If you need to soften in your knees or shorten your stance, you're more than welcome to. Now push your chest forward to find length in your spine. Almost as if you're trying to find cow pose we focused on so much in the beginning. Press your shoulders down, find length in your spine. Good. Inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Soften both knees. Press your hands down. Step your right foot back. Now you have the choice if you want to shift forward and move through your flow, or straight back to downward facing dog. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Remember, up dog, knees and thighs off of your mat. We will meet in a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high, hold and breathe. Squeeze your ribs and your hips towards one another. Even weight into both hands. Lift your heel closer to the ceiling by squeezing your glutes and your hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale, left knee towards left elbow. Hold and breathe. Press your hands into your mat. Think of almost doming and rounding your upper spine, so try not to sink down into your shoulder blades. One more inhale. And then exhale, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee towards your chest and step through. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your arms high. Pause and breathe. Press your right heel farther behind you as you lift your right hip up towards your shoulders. Soften your shoulders down and lift your thumbs farther back behind you. Good. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist. Bring your left arm back behind you. Reach your right arm forward. Use your obliques to twist here. Imagine your spine is a washcloth and you want to twist and wring out all of the toxins. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Open up, take your gaze forward. Separate your thigh bones apart from one another to sink your pelvis farther down. Pull your ribs in towards one another. Make sure shoulders, ribs, and hips are all in one line. Press your right pinky toe farther down to your mat. Inhale, reverse triangle. Press into your front leg and lift up and back. Soften in your shoulders. Lift the front of your hips up towards your ribs. Good. Gentle touch of your right hand on your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Option again. Let your fingertips touch your mat. Use a block or place your elbow on your knee. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Try not to sink into pressure, whether your elbow's on your knee or hand on your mat. You want to stay nice and active. Remember, roll now your right side on top of your left, especially your left hip. Your butt cheek likes to push back behind you. So really scoop your pelvis under, open up. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior. Press your hips forward as you reach up and back. Lift up, hold it here. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose. Cartwheel your hands down. All 10 toes point forward. If you need to make adjustments in your feet, you can. If you want to shorten your stance or make sure your feet are wide enough, you want your toes or your feet to be underneath your hips and all 10 toes point forward. So if your feet are in line with one another, imagine you're walking on a tightrope. You want your feet to be parallel like they're on train tracks. Pull your chest forward, find length in your spine, reach your tailbone back behind you. Inhale, soften both knees, place your hands firmly down. Exhale, plank pose, step back. Your choice, you can shift forward and lower down or go straight back to downward facing dog. Whatever you need, whatever's best for your body. Good, we're going to flow that once more, breath to movement. Again, to get a little bit more power. Since this is power, flow, your choice. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Let your head relax. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your butt down. Reach your arms high. Exhale, open arm twist. Bring your right arm behind you. Knees and hips stay still. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, open arm twist to your left. Pull your fingers away. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Relax your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, option to step back or jump back into chaturanga. Soften your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, yogis. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Keep your hips square. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Hug your knee, your core nice and tight. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee towards your chest and step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift high. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Press into your front leg. Exhale, extended side angle. Pull your heart forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, pyramid pose. Cartwheel your hands down. All 10 toes point forward. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Or you can step straight back to downward facing dog. Whatever feels comfortable for you. You can move through your flow if you wish. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Pull your core nice and tight. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee towards your chest and step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift high. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. Pull your heart forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, pyramid pose. Cartwheel your hands down. All 10 toes point forward. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Step back, move through your flow, or straight to downward facing dog. Good, spread your fingers wide, let your head relax. Pull your elbows in towards one another. Good, inhale, bend both knees, gaze forward, listen for the change. Exhale, Malasana squat, walk, step, or hop your feet on the outside of your hands and press your elbows on the inside of your knees. I'm just gonna angle myself. So you wanna open up your chest, sink your hips low, and reach your heart forward. Careful not to round and sink low, letting your knees or your hips internally rotate. You really want to press your knees nice and wide. If you have a yoga block or a very thick cushion, you can sit on a cushion. You can also press the insides of your elbows onto the insides of your legs if you wish. If you feel that your heels are coming off of your mat, most likely you need to widen your feet. Good, so I'm going to talk about crow or crane, an arm balance. If you feel like you want to stay here and this is what you need today, honor yourself, honor the choice, and stay here. If you would like to try crow or crane and arm balance, I'm going to turn sideways again so you can see profile. You'll turn your toes parallel so your knees can hook into your armpits. You'll lift up onto your toes and press your hands firmly onto your mat. As you shift forward, you'll start to round and squeeze your core, and then maybe one leg, maybe both legs, you'll squeeze your heels in towards your armpits, in towards your butt. Make sure you're really shifting forward. If you're back here and trying to jump into it, that's your body's way of telling you you need to shift farther forward. So again, if you're in Malasana squat, knees come to your armpits, up onto your toes, shift forward, curve, 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 curve. That's why in our single leg down dog, I cued you to curve, curve, curve your spine. Good. Play around there for another few more moments. And again, if Malasana squat is where you want to be and you want to chill out here, totally fine. You have about one more full round of breath. One more inhale. And then exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Turn your heels wide and your toes in. Let your head hang heavy. Your feet will come off of your mat. Let your head shake yes and no. Maybe shake your shoulders. Really let your ribs hang forward. Move your jaw around. Good. Heel toe your feet together so your feet are right underneath your hips. We're going to go for a different style of chair pose. Inhale, chair pose this time with your feet right underneath your hips. Exhale, open arm twist. Really press your feet down into your mat so we don't twist your hips. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, open arm twist to your left. Soften your shoulders. Inhale, chair pose. Listen for the change. Exhale, chest expansion. Interlace your fingers and reach your head down towards your mat. Press your palms towards one another and let your chest hang forward. Try and soften in your shoulders. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, release your hands. Exhale, walk, step, or hop back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slight change here. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee towards your chest and step through. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift high. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, exalted warrior. Drop your left knee down and cartwheel your right hand all the way towards your left thigh. Open up your chest and look up towards the ceiling. Feel your heart expand here. Press your hips forward. Scoop up in your lower abdominals. So you can see how my pelvis is forward. I'm not directly on top of my kneecap. And I have a nice open spine here. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Lift your left knee and cartwheel your hands open. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, extended side angle with a half bind. So option to stay here or on your elbow or come into your half bind. Rotate your palm behind you and place your hand on your low back. Open your left shoulder so your chest can shine up towards the ceiling. You can also interlace your fingers towards your right thigh if that feels comfortable. Open up your chest, find length in your spine. Inhale. Exhale, unwind, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, press your hips forward. Exhale, pyramid pose, cartwheel your hands down, all 10 toes point forward. Good. Inhale, stay. Exhale, shift forward, plank pose, step your feet back. Your choice, move through your flow or straight to downward facing dog. Maybe relax your head if you're in down dog. Maybe pedal through your feet. Once more on your left, inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, pull your knee towards your chest and step through. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift high. Exhale, open arm twist to your left. Inhale, exalt or crescent lunge, reach high. Exhale, exalted warrior, drop your right knee down, reach your left arm behind as you reach up and back. Imagine a beach ball behind you. You want to lift up and let the beach ball rest on the backs of your shoulders. Remember to try to press your hips forward. Find a big arch from your hip all the way up towards your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, cartwheel your hands open. Inhale, reverse triangle, press into both legs. Exhale, extended side angle. Pause and breathe or move into your half bind. Rotate your right palm behind you. Place your hand on your low back. Remember to open your chest up towards the ceiling. If you want to hook your fingers all the way to your left inner thigh, you can. Carefully, your left hip doesn't pull back. Reach up. It's not about reaching forward. It's more about reaching and opening up your chest. So whatever your left arm needs to do to make sure you stay stacked and aligned. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, unwind. Inhale, reverse warrior, press your hips forward. Exhale, pyramid pose, cartwheel your hands down, all 10 toes point forward. Inhale, stay. Exhale, downward facing dog. Option to move through your flow to get there or straight back to downward facing dog. Good, stay here in your down dog. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Maybe pedal through your feet. Good, inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Good, inhale, crescent lunge, lift high. Exhale, step forward, pull your left knee in towards your chest. Single leg mountain, hug your knee in. Good, inhale, dancer pose. Bring your left foot behind you, extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Sorry, your right arm up towards the ceiling. Sorry, I'll step back so you can see a little bit better. And then shift your hips forward, your chest forward, as you kick your left heel away from your hip. So it's less about leaning forward, and it's more about kicking your foot into your hand. Draw your left shoulder down your back. So I'll switch sides so you can see on my other side. So if your shoulder is forward, you want to roll your shoulder back. Careful though that you don't roll your hip forward and come into, as one of my yoga teachers used to say, peeing dog asana. You want to drop down and kick, 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 kick. Good. Inhale, single leg mountain, pull your left knee in towards your chest. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot all the way back. Inhale, pyramid pose, pause and breathe. Push your right hip back behind you. Now walk your left fingers a little farther forward. You can tense your fingertips up if your whole hand doesn't stay comfortably on your mat. And then exhale, open your right arm up towards the ceiling. Ideally, your shoulders stack on top of one another. Push your right hip back behind you. If you need to soften in your right knee, you can. Rotate your right shoulder down your back as you twist to look up towards the ceiling. This can be a very, very intense stretch for the outside of your hip, so make adjustments. If you need to step forward, if you need to have a slight bend in your back knee, that's okay. Try and keep your front leg as straight as possible. Good, maybe you want to look down at your mat as you keep twisting your ribs to the side. Maybe you want to stretch or look forward instead of looking up. Good, one more inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Soften your right foot and step your right foot back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee towards your chest and step through. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift high. Exhale, pull your right knee in towards your chest. Stand up nice and tall.
Inhale, set up for dancer pose. Bring your right foot into your right hand. Exhale, kick your foot away. Roll your shoulder down your back. Drop your right hip down. Remember, it's about kicking your foot away from your chest. So don't worry about leaning forward and reaching your butt up towards the ceiling. Stay active as you kick your foot into your hand. Good. Drop your right hip down. Stay here and breathe. Good. Inhale, single leg mountain. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Exhale, low lunge. Slowly step all the way back. Good. I made a mistake. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Straighten out both legs, let your head relax. I knew something felt wrong. Shift your weight into your right hand. If you want to tent up onto your fingertips, you can. And then exhale, open arm twist. Push your left hip back behind you. So technically this pose is called revolved triangle or revolved pyramid. We've done a lot of these open arm twists though, so try to feel that same feeling you felt as you wring out your spine like a washcloth. You use your obliques to twist your ribs towards the leg that's in front. You draw your shoulders down your back and you reach your fingertips away from one another. Good, one more inhale. And then exhale, your choice. You can step back into your plank and move through your flow, or you can go straight back to downward facing dog. Relax your head. Good, stay here and breathe. Good, downward facing dog is where we meet. Inhale, plank pose, shift forward. Exhale, child's pose. Drop your knees down and reach your hips back. Pause here and breathe. If you want to shake your head, no. Let your chest soften as you reach your heart down. Good, and then slowly walk your hands and roll up. So we've been doing a lot of heart opening and hip opening. So now we're ready for our peak pose, camel pose. So I'm going to show you first real fast, so you don't have to worry about looking at me and trying to figure it out. Just watch and listen. So your toes will tuck under, and you'll bring your hands to your low back. You'll pinch your shoulders together, and automatically your heart will lift up towards the ceiling, and your spine will start to open. That's okay. You'll scoop your tailbone under so your glutes stay nice and protected. And you reach your chest up and back. Again, imagine that beach ball behind you for support. Your pelvis presses forward as you press your hands into your low back so you find length in your spine. From here, you might want to walk your hands down towards your heels and let your head drop all the way down. Your glutes are still nice and tight, and you imagine that beach ball. And then when you're ready, your hands will come to your low back, and then you'll lift up. And you'll rest with your palms down. If that felt like, or if that looked like it was too much, don't worry about it. You can do a very, very, very tiny back bend if you wish. So when you're ready, come up onto your knees, tuck your toes. Bring your hands to your low back. Pinch your shoulders together and hug your elbows in. Scoop your tailbone under, your core stays tight. Inhale, open up your heart. Exhale, slowly reach back. Press your hands down into your back and find length. It's not about reaching your chest back. It's about lifting up and over. If you want to reach your hands down towards your heels, you can really pinch your shoulders together to open up your heart and let your head hang back behind you. Squeeze your glutes wherever you are. Hold for 4 and breathe. For 3, 2, place your hands on your low back if they're not already there, and slowly roll up. Sit on your heels and reach your palms down on your lap. Close your eyes, pause, and breathe. Release tension in your jaw. Good. Hold and breathe. It's a really, really deep back bend. It's easy to let our emotions and our feelings, our energy bubble up to the surface. Allow your palms down to help you ground down. And then when you're ready, shift your hips towards one side and swing your legs in front. Good. All right. Flex your feet. Lift your arms up towards the ceiling and soften your knees. Exhale, forward fold. Reach your stomach towards your thighs as you reach your hands down towards your mat. Now, keep your stomach and your thighs glued together. If you want to start to straighten your legs, you can. But if you notice that when your legs straighten, your shoulders round a little bit, try to pull your knees back. Good. And if your hands don't comfortably touch your feet, you can relax your arms down by your side if you wish, as long as you keep finding that length in your spine. If you had a yoga strap, you could place your yoga strap around your feet and hold on here. Good. Chest forward away from your tailbone. Push your tailbone back, long spine. Hold and breathe. You can close your eyes if you want as you pull your heart forward. Release tension in your jaw, tension in your neck. Find a long spine. Good. Soften in your shoulders. And then slowly release and roll your spine up. Shift your hips towards one side, shift your hips forward rather. Reach your arms forward, inhale. And then exhale, slowly roll down, contract and roll all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. When you get there, you can make some circles in your knees and your hips if you want. If you want to rock from side to side, you can. Maybe shake your head no. Good. Bring the soles of your feet to your mat. Inhale your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, supine figure 4. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. Now push your right knee away as you pull your left knee in. We did this pose last time. Remember to really lengthen through your tailbone and open up your hips. Good. Stay active in your right hip as you push your knee away. If you want to find a gentle rock from side to side, you can. Release tension in your jaw. Good. Keep your legs where they are. Inhale your arms out towards the side in the T position. Exhale, supine figure 4 twist. So your knees fall to your right as you look towards your left. And your right leg can help guide your left knee down towards your mat. Soften your shoulders. Find length in your side body as you try to pull your ribs away from your hips. Good. Inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind both feet on your mat. Pause and breathe. Notice how one side feels a little different than the other. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, supine figure 4. Cross your left ankle on top of your right knee as you pull your right knee in towards your chest. Find length in your spine, soften in your shoulders. Again, if you want to rock from side to side, you can. Continue to draw your left knee away from your chest. Maybe close your eyes if you wish. Release tension in your jaw. Allow your bottom jaw to fall away from your top. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms out towards the side. Exhale, supine figure 4 twist. Drop your knees towards your left side and turn your gaze towards your right. You can close your eyes if you want. Soften in your shoulders. Release any tension in your jaw. Good. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly come back to center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Again, you can circle your knees or rock from side to side. Maybe you want to come into a happy baby. You can take your 2 peace fingers around your big toe, or you can hold onto the inside or the outside of your feet as you push your tailbone down towards your mat and the bottoms of your feet reach up towards the ceiling. Maybe find a gentle rock from side to side. And if happy baby doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can continue to hug your knees in or wide. Good. And any other movements that you feel like you need. Maybe you want to circle in your hips. Maybe you want another twist from your supine position. anything that feels comfortable for you. Take another 30 seconds or so. Listen to your body and honor your body. Good. And then when you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Curl yourself up into a nice tight ball. Hug and hold for 4. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release both legs straight. Relax your arms down by your side, your palms face up. If you want to bring the soles of your feet together and your knees wide into a Supta Baddha Konasana, if that feels more comfortable and more supportive for you today, you can. Maybe you want to place your hands on your body, maybe your one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest. Or simply palms face up to receive some energy. Long legs, long arms. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Scan your body from head to toe. Notice how your body feels without judgment. Just notice. Bring your attention to your heart. Send all of your energy into your heart. Remember who you dedicated your practice to. And now imagine your heart opens up and your energy pours out, shoots out of your heart like a spotlight in the sky. Sending some love and positive energy to who you dedicated your practice to. And know that you will never run out of this light. You have an endless supply of light, love, and positive energy to give to yourself and give to others. You can stay fixated on this image of your heart opening and light pouring through like a spotlight in the sky. Or you can let that image go and simply be still for a moment. Know that even if you let go of the image of your heart open, your heart is still open, sending love, light, and positive energy. I'll give you a moment of silence, a moment of stillness. I'll tell you when it's time to come out. Yogis, if you have the gift of time and you'd like to stay here a little bit longer, please honor yourself and do so. If you're ready to move on with your practice and the rest of your day, you can start to bring some light movement into your hands and your feet. Maybe moving your jaw around. If it feels comfortable, you can stretch your arms overhead, pull your fingers and toes away from one another. When you're ready, roll towards one side. Keep your eyes closed. Let your arm rest as your pillow. Keep your knees bent. Press your hands into your mat to slowly push yourself up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Bring your palms to touch. Your thumbs rest on your breastbone, right where your heart cracked open to send light and love to others. Remind yourself that you have an endless supply. You can give as much as you need out and still have plenty for yourself. Bring your thumbs at your third eye, the pocket of energy found right in between your eyebrows. Bow forward. Thank yourself for showing up to your mat to work on your mind, your body, and your spirit. Until next time, namaste. Thank you, yogis. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Drink plenty of water. We did lots of heart opening, but we also did quite a bit of twisting, and as I mentioned, it helps wring out some toxins. So drink plenty of water so you can let all of that toxins and energy just kind of flush out. Thank you again so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.